Hi, my name is Lost Ninja. You are watching Lost Ninja Plays Eskatologist Modpack version 3. Not quite where I was when I left you at the end of the last episode. I had a crash and a computer crash, sadly, not the game crash. Thing is, if the game was crashing, I would say, oh, well, it's, the pack's not mature enough or whatever. But it's the computer that's crashing. Which leaves me in the situation of having to get back to where I was at the end of the episode, even though the backup wasn't at the end of the episode. So I had to go off and do as much of the stuff I'd done in the previous episode as possible, and go off and gather resources as well. So we've got lots of gravel, lots of sand, quite a bit of dirt. In fact, we're only going to use the dirt now to fill that hole up. No, we're not. We are. But first of all, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many of those I had left at the end of the last one. Oh no, that's wrong place for it. But I had to make more of those because they vanished completely. As had my backpack, for reasons which escape me. Even though I've just restored the backup. I mean, it's not like I didn't do anything else but restore the backup. Just things that I had made on screen before that backup was made had vanished. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is get rid of these things. I'm going to make some torches instead. They're driving me mad. Madder, maybe. I don't like them. They look alright from a distance, or when they're out of your way, but when you're running through them, they're annoying. Right, so first of all, let's get some torches done. Just so we can have them done, sort of thing. I don't mind torches for some reason. Probably because they're solid. And whilst they're still annoying to have all over the place, they're not as annoying as blobs of stuff that you can right click on by mistake and have them vanish. Okay, so we want to make... Oh, wrong one. We want to make... Ooh, I got no cobblestone left. No, I used it all up, didn't I? Okay. Right then, so we will start on this with this system. And we'll also go and we'll make an axe. Cut some more trees down. So yeah, absolutely nothing has happened between episodes, apart from what I've just described. What did I do with all that dirt? And oh, and about 8 hours sleep, and teaching a lady to use her iPad, even though I've never used an iPad. I've got a tablet, but it's Android. So me teaching someone to use an iPad is quite humorous, particularly based on the fact that I don't rate the Apple products at all. I wouldn't advise anyone to buy them. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I just don't like them. I don't like the... There's two things I don't like about Apple. One is the whole situation regarding Windows. Now you sort of say, well, what? Doesn't make any sense. There's nothing to do with Windows. It was the whole, Apple are good, Windows are bad because Windows make you use Windows software. And it's just sort of, yeah, because they're a business and they want you to buy their products. And if you look at Apple, not only do Apple make you use their products, but they won't let anyone else make products for them. And that annoyed me. So that was one thing. The other thing is really it's just the whole, you know, you have to use Apple products, and nobody else's products work, sort of thing. That also annoys me. Oh no, I don't do that. It's just want to gather up all my seeds, or all the seeds I can anyway. And then I'm going to go and find some trees. Because I need some more charcoal. Oh, bugger. Alright, let's put some more D2s in. And then we're going to put this stuff away. Hopefully, the chunk loading feature of whatever provides this. I think he's one of the FTB utilities is working again. If it isn't, that will be annoying. Right, so I want to take all of that, and that. In fact, I'm going to turn all those bone meal into string as well. And we want some food with us as well. We might as well take the emeralds with us as well. Not going to make a new emerald block thing. String, right? So we'll do it on that one because it's just grown. Okay, so we'll put the seeds back into there, and that bit of bone meal, and then we will grab all the wool out. We not have some more. Oh, we've got to say we should have some more wool as well. Don't think there's anything else there that I can trade with villagers easily. Oh, maybe paper if we can find a librarian. And perhaps books, so we'll take those as well. Right. Have we got a boat? No. Oh, I'll take that pickaxe. We got a sword with us? No. Right, I'll take a sword as well. And a bow and thingy, and 2 of those. And a bed, and those. I think I've already got one of those. And that. Right. Right, so tools and stuff we'll put into there. And trade materials we'll put into one of those. Okay, so this stuff should all, well, maybe not all of it, but have we got a spare hopper? No. Yes. Yes, we have a spare hopper. So we pop that on there and then put that onto that. It will feed fuel into it, won't it? Right, so we're going to go up. We've got a village. We look at the map. There's a village here. We'll go to this village first. I think we can get there by boat all the way. If I make the boat. I don't know what happened to the boat I had. It was on the foreshore when I was doing my went off to do my resource gathering. See, I dug through that when I was in the previous episode, and I haven't got around to doing it again. But if you look here, you can see some of the holes I've dug in the seabed, swamp bed maybe. Right, let's just have a quick look at the map. We want to go that way to get around to that. I'm not certain I can get all the way there with that, but we can try, can't we? More fun that way. So what I'm going to do is basically going to go to this village and get the trading post thing that I left here last time. At which point I will take the trading post thing to a different village when I leave. So that makes more sense than just leaving it here all the time. Oh, a bit sort of shallow there, isn't it? Let's because whilst I don't need to do it like this, but I'm going to be coming back this way, probably. It makes sense to have a clear passageway for my boot. Oh, what? Oh, right. Right. Well, at the top of that statue thing, up right at the top, where the blue thing is at the top, that's a block of what's it called? Lapis. Lapis. Right. Yay! We've managed it. Right, hopefully there's still some villagers here and it's not full of zombies. The other thing I wanted to do when I was here, after I've done this, I'll do this bit first. Okay, I don't know how you actually use it, because... Oh, I see, if we get that out of there... we'll fish a sword out as well, because I keep hearing zombies and stuff. So we put this lot back into there, not back into there, but into there. get all of those ones out, plus that one. So if we find one which we can use, string would have been better, wouldn't it, really? I haven't got any fish, I haven't got any coal, I've got wool. So I can do all of them, which is times... Oh no, maybe... Cool. I get 7 of those, I've still got some wool left. So, 19. I need a 19. Give me a 19. I can do that one times 1. So that's as many as you can do, and that's a single one. And that's how many you've got left. No? No, that's not how many you've got left. Right. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll put bed down, have a snooze before it's dark. It's darker. We will take those away with us this time. We didn't take them away last time because we had a rather full bag. Right, have we got a librarian? No. Farmer. Oh, we got some wheat, haven't we? 3 of 4. So there's no librarians, there's no one else that needs our copious amounts of emeralds. Oh, do we have anything we can buy, particularly? Oh, that's useful. Some shears? Not really. A load of different sorts of wool. We can get cooked fish. Some leather pants. So no, not really. Not really anything there useful. But we will get that. I think from now on we'll carry that with us rather than leaving it lying around. So there's nothing else I want to do in this village. Oh, yes there is. Tell a lie. Oh, I don't know where it is, but there is a spider spawn around here somewhere, isn't there? Seem to remember. Can't remember where. Ah, it's down there. There we go. There we go. We'll pick all that lot up as well. Okay. Yeah, I can't pick these things up properly. I don't really want any of those. I'm just debating about taking that with me there. Might as well, mightn't I, really? Ah, no, that's a thought. If I take that one, oh, I didn't move. I thought it might. Yeah, I thought that might pop off the wall if I put something down instead of it. No. Oh well, it's worth a thought, wasn't it? But we will take that as well. Nice block of coal. Oh, actually, we're not going to take that after all. Change my mind. Rather keep the right, so let's take that lot out of there and put trade goods back in. Leave that as trade good. Okay, and then we'll use that one for everything else. That'll fit into it, obviously. You can't sort those. Right. No, I don't need that one at the moment. Right. It's chucking it down here. Hear it belting it down on my roof. Right, so we want to go back to the boat next. I'm tempted... Oh, I need to find some trees. Can we see any sort of jungly trees? Not really. Probably the densest trees are this area here. I do want to go back to that at some point, but not yet. I think what I'm going to do is go and get back to my boat, if I can't remember where it was. And then I'm going to go south from here rather than just... now, what's the thought? Did I take all the wood away from here? I think I probably did, didn't I? Yeah. There's my boat. So we'll just go, rather than going home immediately. Pardon me. We'll see what we can find down here. That looks more like looks like more bone blocks. Cool, we'll have those. There goes my pickaxe. Ah. That's designed to pick stuff up with. I don't want that. Right, put that back up there. Put that one in there. That one picks stuff up, that's fine. I don't mind something picking... I don't mind stuff being picked up, but I didn't want it... I didn't want that stuff in that particular thing, if you see what I mean. Right, so let us go back to the boat. Or not. Right. So, ooh, that is a roots hut, I think. And work out where I am on the map. So I want to go out there, round there. Right. Well, I want the roots hut because I want to do some of the root stuff. And I didn't do it last time because I was going to do it with the... when I went past the hut. But of course, I lost that episode. Well, there's no of course about it. I did lose that episode though. Oh, is that a witch hut? Looks like, isn't that? Okay, this is not good. Oh no, let's just disconnect, reconnect. Well, no, normally you can see the chunk errors. I thought that was just an area that hadn't, you know, visually arrived, sort of thing. It was actually a chunk error. Right, let's go back in. Hopefully we won't be dead. Hopefully. But don't mind me, I'm just having a wee bite of my chocolate bar. So, a bit of pumpkin pie to keep it going, I think. Right, so we've got... Ooh. A funny tree thing. A roots cottage, hut, whatever. With the 2 books I want. And there'll be a whole load of stuff in there. Right, well, we'll get the saplings. Dark oak, jungle, birch, and spruce. That's quite good. We've got a pestle now. And we've got a mortar now as well. We will have in a minute. Excellent. I don't know if I'm going to bother with that. No, I'm not going to bother with that. I know where it is. If I really want one, I can come back to it, can't I? Right, let's go have another look at the map. I think we're going to look at Witch's cottage. Might be a witch in it, but not that we really care. Because witches spawn all over the place now, don't they? Get out of the way, squid! I don't know. Wicked squids. Oh, is that a proper witch's cottage? I don't know. She's not in the cottage. God, it lasts a long time, doesn't it? There we go. Of all the things you can drop, I got some sticks. No, get the boat facing the way out rather than the way in. Not really worth coming into it, is it? I thought there was more in it than that. Alright, and then we will have another wee look at the map. I think we're going to go out that way. So we'll go out back towards the village and then up north. See where that goes. So much more fun exploring when you don't have to worry about fish ganking you. Although in a way it was fun having some reason to be careful in the sea. Right. Ooh, what's that? Ah, that's strange, isn't it? We're going to have a look. See what it is. Can you see what it is yet? Ooh. It's looking very interesting, this. Sort of a... What it is? That tree's clearly part of it. Can't see the point in actually breaking it, apart from the glowstone, but I don't think I can reach the glowstone out of it. So. I just want to have a quick look at the control. The one I'm looking for is the one for the one I'm looking for is the one for oh, I know what it is. The ore excavation. V. Right, I think it's V and Control V. Do V. What happens there? 1 times excavate shape. Well, the reason I wanted to find it was I want it just to, you know, chop a whole tree down rather than just a certain amount of the whole tree. Yeah. There's a fence post under there, right? Because I'm not certain why it wasn't actually chopping all of that tree down. It should have done. I would have said. Now it's possible it was because it didn't see it as a tree, because it's a thingy shape. But so it's doing it now, so it's probably just, well, I say it's doing it now, it's not really doing it now, is it? Right, after all, it's trees I'm out here for, not glowstone. Ah. Right, let's where did I leave my boat? I think I left my boat around there. No, I didn't. Should be down here, shouldn't it? There it is. Right, so we're going to go up that stream there, or that river, or creek, or whatever it is. Oh look, another village. Interesting that when you row backwards, your oars don't move. They only move if you go forwards. Well, I think it's interesting anyway. Well, I don't need rubber at the moment. I'm not particularly interested in doing not particularly interested in creating any IC2 machines. At the moment, I might do eventually, but at the moment it's not something that particularly bothers me. Good in there. Well, we need a breastplate and probably some boots. Maybe not quite yet. But we'll take some more arrows. And those books. And the thing is, when you break into towers, or break in perhaps, when you go into towers like that, I never feel quite as guilty. Whereas some of the other houses, they've got villages in that, you know, that it's their home, and I mean, don't feel guilty, you know what I mean? Sort of, if I was going to feel guilty, I would feel guilty, if you see what I mean. Yeah, probably the best way of putting it. Because these are their houses, and you just got in and stolen all their stuff. That looks like a librarian. Right, let's pop the that bag's going to be full now, I think. We'll take that out. We will take that out. Pardon me. Right. Oh, we've got a cartographer. Paper, which we've got loads of. Well, we will have once we get it out of the bag that I've hidden it in. To get all the trade goods out then. Okay, so Fletcher wants string. Toolsmith. He can provide me an unbreaking iron shovel. Paper. Shepherd. Nothing particularly useful there. Engineer, nothing useful. Nothing useful. Nothing useful. And farmer. Nothing useful. Right. Let's go back to cartographer. No, it doesn't have any better recipes for me. Oh, bugger. Another snooze. As I said, if I was going to feel guilty, that's what I'd feel guilty for. Not that I did feel guilty. Because I don't. Right. So, it would be nice if these villagers actually picked up the stuff they threw all over the floor. That's what I want to talk to. Oh, I can buy a compass now. Nice. No, sorry, I can sell a compass. Oh, that'll be good. Looks like we've got half a jam house and one of these houses all mixed together. Which is different. Oh, we'll take that. Right, so we haven't got most of our trade goods left. I don't think I mind filling that up. We'll keep all that out there. Okay. Oh, I see. Sorry, itchy nose. Yeah, I'm grabbing the furnaces because if you remember, I had problems with not having any furnaces. I figure it's a good idea to get them while I'm ahead, sort of thing. Yeah, what's out there? Oh, I see. A balcony. Right. Well, I've definitely had villagers trading for books. So it's possible that villagers don't trade books, and I've just misunderstood. Oh, yeah, I did come up there, didn't I? I'm not going to bother with all that wool. Quill. Not the structure I thought it was, to be honest. I was thinking it was an inn for some reason. I think it was actually a pub. Or maybe not. Okay, so what we want to do now is go back to... What I want to do now is get into there and see what it is. Apart from a home for cows. Oh, I don't know what that was supposed to be originally. So we've been to that one, we've been to that one, we've been into that one, we've been into that one. Don't think there's anything else here really. Terrible great importance. We'll just check that we've sold everything we can actually sell. We could... I think we've got potatoes to sell now, haven't we? Yeah, we've 5 of those, that's alright. Haven't got any carrots though. Haven't got enough wheat. 10 wool. We've got 18 fish if someone wants to buy fish off us. I don't think anyone buys raw fish for emeralds. We can sell that one there. And get a whole load of arrows. Right, before we go any further, let's just put those, take those out of there. Right, we have nothing in that to. Right, so what I want to do then is grab my boat, which is over here somewhere. I think so. My boat's there. Then go over land, put my boat back in the water here, and then go down here, and then I'll hop out along here somewhere to cut trees down. I want to go that way for them. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's more. If I wanted to, there's all sorts. There's potatoes and stuff here I could gather up to get extra emeralds. Well, I'm not low on emeralds, as I'm only using really a diamond replacement. It's not urgent that I get them. Right, so what I'm going to do is just do some wood cutting. I'm just going to put as much stuff away as possible. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take my boat with me, because there's no guarantee that I'll want to come back to there too. I'm not bothered about saplings. I mean, if I get saplings, yeah, that's fine, but I'm actually here for wood and nothing else, really. Of course, if I forget to unmute the microphone, you won't hear what I'm saying to you. Now, basically, I'm going to do a bit more. I'm going to do a bit more of the lumberjacking. And then I'm going to head back home. Get there, and then when I get there, I will end this episode. Well, in theory, you never know. I might see something before then and think, "Ooh, that's more interesting than this." I will, however, take those saplings. I don't think I've got very many of those, if any. What I'd really like to find is a covered forest, so I can get dark oak trees, because they produce far more wood. Or jungle. The jungle would be equally useful, I think. Just out of interest, what is an egg, a pumpkin, and some sugar? Right. No flour. Doesn't sound very nice, that, does it? Keep trying to remind myself I'm only here for logs. Only here for logs. Stop wandering off and doing things that you don't need. Pardon me. Oh, if I find some pumpkins, that would be quite good. I quite like the pumpkin pie. It's quite a good resource of food, I think. Ow. Alright, we're heading in the right direction, yeah, so that's alright. I suppose really I ought to be digging for, well, not digging, you know what I mean. Breaking, I suppose, for ender lilies. They're really quite rare. Which is good. I mean, don't get me wrong here. I think sometimes when you do this for ender lilies, you get them pretty much every time you break some grass, which I think is a bit over the top. Right. Now, where are we? We're there. Where's the house? Ooh, oh, it's there. So all I really need to do is run. So it doesn't work out where I am. I'm there. So if I just stick to this grassy stuff, and run down here and run to the house, I don't need to get into a boat at all. Hate to think what that animal was before it died, because those are big bones. Right, let's just run the rest of it back. So we've got some redstone, which is very pleasant to have. And we've got a system that doesn't work. Or, yeah, it doesn't work. There's no sign that the when I was out of chunk loading range, it has got any further. I will put that grout into there. Okay. So let's dump stuff out of more bags. Oh, okay. So one of those got a monster spawn it. So we'll go and put that monster spawn. We're not ready to use it for anything yet. And what I find the best thing to do with monster spawners when you don't want them to actually spawn monsters is to stick them underwater. It's not a perfect solution because they're underwater and away from you. Perfect solution would be if you could pick them up by breaking them, in my opinion. Right, there's nothing else in that bag that I want to have in my boxes, is there now? Right, block of coal, turn it back into coal. Block of redstone, turn it into redstone. Next thing I'm going to make, now I've got some wood again, I'm going to make, can we break those down? It doesn't look like it. Enchantments, that's quite cool. Furious, I don't know what that is. Life stealing, I don't know what that does. I know what Curse of Vanishing Binding are. I ought to look them up, but I can't be bothered. Right, let's put the gold in there. Anything else? White wool. Where did I get that from? Ooh. What I probably ought to do is have a chest for stuff that I can trade. But I don't have that yet. They can go in there for now. That can go in there, obviously. Those can go into there, because that's the best place for them, I think. I think on my back. Not away. I say this backpack's very large. How did I manage that? Right. So those can go into the protection mode things. They mean that you can protect a block so that nobody can damage it except you. And there's I think there's an admin version one as well. And there's a limit to how many blocks it will actually protect. I seem to remember it's sort of like 16, but I could be wrong there. Right, that's the bag's pretty much sorted out. I'm not certain how you use the pestle and mortar in Roots. It's definitely something I'm wanting to have a look at because it looks quite interesting. We'll put them in there for now. First thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to make a lot of chests. In fact, I'm going to make more than that. $64 chests. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of those furnaces out. I'm not going to put them out because they're not lit yet, but yeah. Right, so we're not going to put all of those furnaces out, we're going to put 8 of those furnaces out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? then we'll have a wee snooze. And I'm going to end the episode there. That is the end of episode 5. I'll be back with 6 in a few short moments, where I will continue doing much of what I'm doing now. I'm going to use these to make charcoal and finish off all these bricks. So I'll do 4 lots of charcoal and 4 lots of brick. I'm going to use the chests to start working on my storage drawer system. Yeah, that's about it, really. I don't know what I'll do after that to come up with something. Probably start working toward having upgrades for the furnace and the pulvers there, and getting some better tools with Tinker's Construct. So, until that point, I will wish you a fun adventure and say goodbye. And cheerio!